Welcome to this channel. Today we are going to explore Mandya District, Karnataka State, the land of sugar. Before we go into the video, please subscribe this channel and press bell button to get notifications of upcoming videos. Now we go into the video. Mandya is a prominent administrative district in Karnataka, famously nicknamed the land of sugar due to its massive sugarcane production and the presence of numerous sugar factories. Established as a separate district in 1939, it has evolved from a dry region into a less fertile belt thanks to the visionary irrigation projects instated during the era of the Vodayars. The district serves as the cultural and agricultural heart of the old Mysore region, blending a rustic agrarian lifestyle with a rapidly modernizing infrastructure that connects the major hubs of Bengaluru and Mysuru. Geographically, Mandya is situated in the southern part of Karnataka, positioned between the latitudes 12 degree 13 and 13 degree 04 north and longitudes 76 degree 19 and 77 degree 20 east. It is strategically bordered by Tumakuru district to the north, Ramanagar district to the east, Chamarajanagar district to the south, and Mysuru and Hassan districts to the west. The central location makes it a vital transit point for travelers moving between the state capital Bengaluru and the cultural capital Mysuru, effectively acting as a bridge between the two metropolitan giants. The history of Mandya is deeply intertwined with the Ganga, Chola, and Hoysala dynasties, followed by the significant influence of the Vijayanagara Empire and the Yadu dynasty of Mysore. However, its most transformative era occurred under the reign of the Vodayars and the administration of Sir M. Visvesvaraya, who superheaded the construction of Krishnaraja Sagar KRS Dam. Historically, the town of Srirangapatna within this district served as the capital for Hyder Ali and Tipu Sultan, making it a focal point of resistance against British colonial rule during the Anglo-Mysore Wars. Mandya experiences a tropical savanna climate characterized by distinct seasonal variations that favor its agricultural output. The summers, lasting from March to May, can be quite warm, with temperatures occasionally reaching 35 degrees C, while the season from June to October brings moderate to heavy rainfall, replenishing the Kaveri basin. The winter months from November to February are exceptionally pleasant and mild, with the temperatures dripping to a comfortable 16 degrees C to 20 degrees C, making it the ideal time for tourism and outdoor exploration. While Mandya does not have its own commercial airport, it relies on the Mandakalli Airport in Mysuru, approximately 45 km away, and the Kempegowda International Airport in Bengaluru, approximately 130 km away, for air connectivity. The district is exceptionally well served by the South-Western Railway, with Mandya railway station being a major stop on the busy Bengaluru to Mysuru line. Road connectivity is the district's greatest strength, featuring the high-speed Bengaluru-Mysuru Expressway NH275, which has drastically reduced travel time and boosted local commerce and logistics. The population of Mandya is predominantly rural, reflecting its deep-rooted agricultural identity through urban centers though urban centers are growing steadily. According to census trends, the district maintains a balanced sex ratio and a literacy rate that hovers around the state average, showing significant improvement in female education over the last decade. The demographic profile is diverse, consisting of a mix of farmers, laborers, and a growing middle class employed in the service and industrial sectors in nearby cities. The people of Mandya are known for their hospitality, straightforwardness, and a strong sense of community, often characterized by their passionate involvement in local politics and social causes. Hinduism is the primary religion practiced by the majority of the population, with significant communities of Muslims and Christians contributing to the district's social fabric. Religious life is vibrant, centered around local village deities, Gram Devadas, as well as major pilgrimage sites like Melukota and Srirangapatna, which attract devotees from across the country. Kannada is the official language of Mandya and is spoken with a distinct rhythmic dialect that is often celebrated in Kannada cinema and literature for its folk charm. While Kannada is the primary medium of communication and administration, Urdu is spoken by the Muslim community, and many residents are also proficient in English, Tamil, or Telugu due to the district's proximity to the neighboring states and its role as a transit hub. The linguistic landscape is a testament to the region's inclusive nature and its historical ties to various ruling dynasties. The culture of Mandya is a rich tapestry of folk traditions, music, and dance, with Dollu Kunita and Puja Kunita being popular performance arts during festivals. The district has a long-standing tradition of Lavani, folk songs, and Rangabhumi, theatre, which are used to narrate mythological stories and social issues. The harvest festival, Suggi Habba, and the grand celebration of Dasara are observed with immense fervor, showcasing the community's artistic heritage and their deep connection to the land. Mandya has established itself as an educational hub in the regional context, housing several prestigious institutions that cater to students from across Karnataka. The Mandya Institute of Medical Sciences, MIMS, and the PE College of Engineering are notable landmarks for higher education, providing quality technical and medical training. The district also features a robust network of government and private schools, as well as the University of Mysore's PG Center at Tubinakere, ensuring a steady focus on academic excellence and skill development. The cost of living in Mandya is relatively affordable compared to metropolitan areas like Bengaluru, primarily because it is an agricultural heartland where fresh produce is readily available at lower prices. Housing and rental costs are modest, making it an attractive location for retirees and those working in the secondary or tertiary sectors. However, the proximity to the Bangalore Mysuru Expressway is slowly driving up real estate prices in towns like Maddur and Mandya city as they become increasingly attractive for suburban development. The per capita income in Mandya is largely driven by the primary sector, specifically sugarcane and paddy cultivation, supplemented by the dairy industry. While the income levels are stable, they are subject to the fluctuations of monsoon cycles and market prices for sugar. Residents and businesses are subject to standard Indian taxation laws, including goods and services tax (GST) and professional taxes, with the local municipal bodies collecting property taxes to fund urban infrastructure and civic amenities. Mandya is famous for being a high stakes political battlefield, often seeing intense competition between regional and national parties. The district is governed by a deputy commissioner and is divided into several administrative taluks for efficient local governance. Politically, Mandya falls under the Mandya Lok Sabha constituency and comprises 7 assembly constituencies: Malavali, Maddur, Melukota, Mandya, Srirangapatna, Nagamangala, and Krishnarajapet. The electorate is highly politically conscious, often making the district a focal point during state and national elections. State and central government policies in Mandya focus heavily on agricultural sustainability, irrigation management, and industrial growth. Programs like the Raita Vidya Nidhi, scholarship for farmers' children, and various crop insurance schemes are actively implemented to support the farming community. Additionally, there are specific initiatives aimed at revitalizing the sugar industry, such as modernizing the state-owned My Sugar factory and promoting ethanol production as an alternative revenue stream for sugarcane growers. Administratively, Mandya district is organized into 7 taluks: Mandya, Maddur, Malavali, Srirangapatna, Pandavapura, Nagamangala, and Krishnarajapet. Each taluk has its own district economic and cultural identity. For instance, Srirangapatna is known for history, while Maddar is famous for its culinary contributions. These divisions are further broken down into hoblis and gram panchayats, ensuring that government services or developmental projects reach the grassroots level of the rural population. The Kaveri River is the literal and metaphorical lifetime of Mandya, flowing through the district and providing essential water for both irrigation and drinking. Other significant rivers include the Hemavati, Simsa, and Lokapavani, which contribute to the lushnesss of the region. The extensive canal system branching out from the KRS Dam is a marvel of civil engineering, transforming once arid lands into a verdant landscape that supports some of the most intensive farming in the state. The primary natural resource of Mandya is its fertile soil and abundant water supply, which form the bedrock of its agrarian economy. Beyond agriculture, the district has deposits of building stones and minerals, along with rich flora and fauna found in its protected areas and riverine ecosystems. The presence of the Kaveri also allows for significant hydroelectric power generation at the Sri Vanasamudra Falls, which was home to the first hydroelectric power station in Asia. Mandya is a treasure trove for tourists, offering a mix of spiritual, historical, and natural wonders. The Krishnaraja Sagar Dam and the adjoining Brindavan Gardens are world famous for their musical fountains and symmetrical beauty. Other major attractions include the historical island town of Srirangapatna, the stunning Sivasamudra Falls, Kaganachuki and Barachuki, the ancient temples of Melukote, and the Ranganathitu Bird Sanctuary, which is a paradise for bird watchers and nature lovers. The major urban center is Mandya city, which serves as the district headquarters and a commercial hub. Other important towns include Maddur, famous for its Maddur Vada, Srirangapatna, a place of immense historical significance, and Pandavapura, which has links to the Mahabharata. Nagamangala, Malavalli, and Krishnarajapet are other key towns that serve as administrative and trading centers for the surrounding rural clusters, each contributing to the district's unique cultural mosaic. Agriculture remains the largest employer in Mandya, but the district is seeing a shift toward food processing, manufacturing, and the service sector. Sugar factories and rice mills provide industrial employment, while the proximity to Bangalore and Mysore allows many residents to commute for jobs in IT, education, and healthcare. There is also a growing sector in rural tourism and hospitality as more people visit the district's historical sites and natural landscapes. Mining in Mandya is relatively limited compared to other districts, but includes the extraction of ornamental granites and building stones. The district has deposits of quartz and soapstone in certain areas, which are used in local industries and construction. Sand mining along the riverbeds has historically been an issue, leading to stricter environmental regulations to protect the delicate riverine ecosystems of the Kaveri and its tributaries. The industrial landscape of Mandya is dominated by sugar manufacturing, with the Mysore Sugar Company, Sugar, being one of the oldest and most iconic factories in the region. There are also several private sugar mills and jaggery making units, locally known as Alamane, that dot the countryside. Other industries include silk reeling, food processing, and a few chemical and engineering units located in the industrial estates designated by the Karnataka Industrial Areas Development Board, KIADB. Agriculture is the backbone of Mandya's economy, with sugarcane and paddy being the primary commercial crops. The district's farmers are highly skilled in irrigation-based farming, also producing ragi, finger millet, pulses, and oil seeds. Sericulture, silk farming, is another major activity, with the district contributing significantly to Karnataka's status as the Silk State Cooperative under the Mandya District Cooperative Milk Producers Societies Union MANMUL. Trade in Mandya is centered on agricultural commodities, with the Agriculture Produce Market Committees APMC playing a vital role in the scale of grains and sugar. The district is a major supplier of jaggery, rice, and milk to the rest of the Karnataka and neighboring states like Kerala and Tamil Nadu. Local markets, Sande, are held weekly in various towns, serving as essential hubs for exchange of livestock, vegetables, and handmade traditional goods. Investment opportunities in Mandya are increasingly focused on agri-tech, cold storage facilities, and eco-tourism. The government encourages investments in food processing units to add value to local produce like mangoes and sugarcane. With the completion of the Bangalore to Mysuru Expressway, the district is becoming a viable location for satellite offices and small scale manufacturing units that want to avoid the high costs of the state capital while remaining highly accessible. Mandya follows the legal framework of the state of Karnataka and the Union of India, with local administration handled by the district magistrate and the superintendent of police. Land use and agriculture regulations are particularly important here, given the district's reliance on farming. Environmental laws regarding water usage from the Kaveri and sand mining are strictly enforced to ensure ecological balance and the sustainable use of natural resources. The infrastructure in Mandya has seen a massive upgrade with the NH275 expressway, which provides seamless connectivity to major economic centers. The district's internal road network is well maintained, ensuring that even remote villages have access to markets and health care. Irrigation infrastructure, including the vast network of canals and the KRS dam, remains the most critical asset for the district, supporting both its economy and the drinking water needs of neighboring cities. The Indian rupee INR is a standard currency used in all transactions. Mandya has a very high density of banks ranging from nationalized giants like the State Bank of India and Canara Bank to regional rural banks and cooperative societies. ATMs are widely available in towns and larger villages, and digital payment methods like UPI, Unified Payment Interface, have seen widespread adoption even among small scale vendors and farmers. Accommodation options in Mandya range from budget friendly lodges in the city center to premium resorts located near the Kairas Dam and Srirangapatna. For tourists looking for a more authentic experience, there are homestays available in the rural pockets of the district. Many visitors choose to stay in Mysuru and make day trips to Mandya's attractions, but the district itself offers comfortable staying options for business travelers and spiritual seekers alike. Obtaining a local SIM card in Mandya is a straightforward process for both domestic and international travelers. Major telecom providers like Airtel, Jio, and Vodafone Idea have numerous outlets across the district. To get a SIM, you typically need to provide a passport size photograph and a valid ID proof, Aadhaar card for locals, or a passport or visa for foreigners. The activation process is usually quick and 4G 5G coverage is excellent, along the major highways and urban areas. The people of Mandya are generally traditional and modest dressing is appreciated, especially when visiting religious sites or rural areas. Men typically wear shirts and trousers or the traditional dhotis, while women wear saris or salwar kameez. When entering temples, it is customary to remove your shoes and it is polite to seek permission before taking photographs of people or religious ceremonies. A respectful and friendly attitude will go a long way in making connections with the locals. Mandya's cuisine is a delightful reflection of its agricultural roots with ragi mudde, finger millet balls, and soppu saru, leafy greens curry, being the staple diet. The maddur vada is a world famous snack originating from the town of Maddur, known for its unique texture and spicy flavor. The district is also famous for its sweet made from fresh jaggery and its spicy aromatic meat preparations often cooked with locally sourced spices that provide a distinct old Mysore flavor profile. For travelers, the best way to explore Mandya is by using a combination of trains and private taxis. The rail link between Bangalore and Mysuru is frequent and efficient, stopping at major points like Maddur and Mandya. Within the district, KSRTC state run buses are reliable and reach almost every corner. A helpful tip A helpful tip is to avoid travel during the peak of summer, April, May, and to carry an umbrella or raincoat if visiting during the monsoon season to enjoy the waterfalls in their full glory. Do's and don'ts. Do try the local jaggery and the famous maddur vada as they are iconic to the region. Do respect local traditions and dress modestly at religious sites. Don't litter in natural areas like the Brindavan gardens or near the waterfalls, as the local administration is very strict about cleanliness. Don't engage in heated political discussions unless you are well versed in the local context, as politics is a passionate subject for many residents. For international visitors, a valid Indian visa is mandatory and it is advisable to carry digital and physical copies of your passport at all times. Domestic travelers only need a government issued ID like an Aadhaar or PAN card for hotel check ins and travel bookings. There are no specific permits required to enter Mandya, but certain protected areas or historical sites may have specific entry fees and timings that should be checked in advance. Trip planning and itinerary. A well planned trip to Mandya should ideally span 2 to 3 days to cover its diverse attractions. It is best to base yourself in Mandya or Srirangapatna. Start with the historical monuments and temples on the first day, move to the natural wonders like waterfalls on the second, and spend the final dry relaxing at the Brindavan gardens. The months between October and March are the best time to visit, as the weather is cool and the landscape is at its greenest after the rains. Trip day-to-day agenda. Day 1. Visit the island town of Srirangapatna, exploring Tippu Sultan's summer palace, the Ranganatha Swami temple, and the Kumbhas. Day 2. Head to the Sivanasamudra Falls in the morning, followed by a visit to the spiritual hills of Melakote in the afternoon. Day 3. Visit a local sugar factory or an alumni jaggery unit in the morning and spend the evening watching the musical fountain show at the Brindavan Gardens near the KRS Dam. Mandya is generally a very safe district for travelers with a low crime rate and a helpful local population. The police presence is visible in urban areas and near major tourist sites. However, travelers should exercise standard caution, such as avoiding isolated areas late at night and being careful while swimming in rivers or standing near the edges of waterfalls. Emergency services are accessible by dialing 112, and the district has several well equipped hospitals for medical emergencies. Mandya maintains strong economic ties with Bangalore, serving as its primary supplier of milk, sugar, and vegetables. It also exports jaggery and silk to various parts of India and international markets. The district's strategic position on the highway makes it a crucial logistics link for goods moving between the ports of Mangaluru and the markets of interior Karnataka. Culturally and economically, it remains an indispensable partner to the neighboring districts of Mysuru and Hassan. Did you know that Mandya is named after the sage Mandavya, who is said to have performed penance in this region? Another interesting fact is that the Sivanasamudra Falls in Mandya was the site of the first hydroelectric power station in Asia, established in 1902 to provide power to the Kolar gold fields. The district also has a very high density of tractor per capita, testament to its highly mechanized and successful farming community. Mandya is a district that beautifully balances its rich historical legacy with a role as a modern agricultural powerhouse. From the historic ramparts of Srirangapatna to the engineering marvel of the KRS Dam, it offers a glimpse into the soul of Karnataka. Whether you are a history buff, a nature lover, or someone looking to experience the authentic rural charm of the land of sugar, Mandya promises an experience that is as sweet and enduring as the sugarcane it grows. Thank you for seeing this video. Please subscribe this channel and press bell button to get notifications of upcoming videos. Thank you.